I'm going to be honest, I was just about to get into bed. Of course, Fabrizio Romano has to drop this massive exclusive. Manchester City are set to sign Vitor Reis, the Brazilian centre-back, the Brazilian wonderkid, this later. Why are you doing this to me now? I was honestly literally sat there saying to Nicholas, shall we just get ready for bed and go and get in bed right now because I'm so tired and my eyes hurt and I'm so knackered and everything about me aches and I'm so tired. And I looked at my phone and Fabrizio Romano's dropped a big here we go for Vitor Reis. I'm going to keep my voice down a tiny bit just because the little wee man's asleep down below me in another room and I don't want to wake him up too much, but this is very exciting, guys. It looks like we're signing another superstar. On the evening, all the quotes came from Guardiola as well, talking about how we need to refresh this squad. We've got Vitor Reis. Apparently it's pronounced Hayes, seriously, with H. You know, everyone's talked about an awful lot. Either way, this checkbook is absolutely opening, Turner. You're not wrong, my friend. It looks like Kusanov, Marmouche, Hayes, Vitor Reis. It's going to be all happening this week, and I can't wait, man. I absolutely can't wait. I'm all here, all in for a little bit of transfer fun and a little bit of transfer goodness right now, especially, we're all saying that, bro. What, as in, like, going to bed? I think we were all going to bed, especially when it's Brazilian wonder kids and Bundesliga Egyptian superstars and random Uzbekistan tough bone-crunching centre-backs. It's all a bit mad. It's all a little bit different, and it's all very exciting. And I know we need a midfield. I know. But sometimes you really, guess what? Like, sometimes you go to the shop because you need a piece of a tea. But at the same time, you got to admit, actually, we also do need, you know, and what we really need, we really need some, where we're going with this, we need some milk as well, actually. So you get the milk, but you still got to get your piece of a tea, but you also need some blueberries because you still need a billion of blueberries, and you actually need, and sometimes you just need some, I don't know, leave-these chocolate biscuits, so you get them as well at the same time. You're still going to get, you're still going to get your piece of a tea. I nearly forgot what I used the analogy then, so that was quite, you know, so that was quite apt that I forgot what I was going for. It will happen. We will do the midfield rebuild. Don't worry about it. It's very obvious that it's the plan. It's just probably a little bit harder. You know, these are probably the easier ones to do. So midfield will come soon. For now, just enjoy what's in front of you. And this wonderful man is in front of you. So Fabrizio Romano just dropped this 60 minutes ago. Exclusive. Vitor, you're hungry now. I'm hungry now too, man. You'll get your pizza, right? You'll get your pizza. You'll get your midfielder. Don't worry. Enjoy your blueberries. And what was the other thing I said? Enjoy, I don't know, your milk. Weird combination, but it's fun. Oh, this is a bag of Haribo, and I'll take it, man, because sometimes a bag of Haribo will do. Squashes. Verbal agreement reached right now with Palmeiras, a package under 40 million euros. How many is that? 40 euros is... Someone tell me, it's like 34 million pounds. Vitor, I see wants to be immediate, by the way. Vitor Reis set for medical and contract signing as soon as clubs will check all documents. Very exciting stuff, by the way. This kid is, I've never heard of him until a week ago. Never had. I'm not going to sit and tell you, but I've sat and done the YouTube thing. I've sat and watched him. Do you want to know how I know he's really good? Do you want to know exactly how? I thought he was really good based on what I watched, but what I've seen right now, this is how I know he's really good. I'll find the tweet from earlier. Where's it gone? There we go. When this came out from a Real Madrid mouthpiece here, it says, people at the club have doubts over Vitor Reis' ability to defend out wide, and Palmeiras have made it clear they could only leave in the summer. That is when I knew we're good. When Real Madrid started going, actually, he's a bit shit, really, and we never really wanted anyway. No, we didn't want him. We're just, no, he's crap. What we've got's better. That is when I knew he was good. When fucking Madrid mouthpieces come out and start playing him down in the first place. You absolute cry arses, man. Can Madrid do anything with class? They can't even, you know, have multiple players in the Ballon d'Or without crying like a little bitch because they didn't win. They can't even lose out on a transfer without crying like a little bitch because they didn't win. Grow up, you're Real Madrid. You're the biggest club in the world and you still fucking moan because you don't get one young 18-year-old player. That is when I knew he was good. Absolute children, man. It's pathetic to have people come out and like put out in the press that this 18-year-old might actually not be that good because they're not going to get it done. It's so childish. Leave him alone. It's so insecure. You're literally Like, Cristiano Ronaldo was made for that club because in front of all that brilliant bravado, Cristiano Ronaldo is still a tiny little insecure man behind that massive head of his. And I don't get it. He's got everything he wants. Like, Madrid have got everything he wants. They were made for each other. Like, when you're like that good and you're still that insecure, grow up. Grow up. Absolutely grow up. Ronaldo and Madrid are the same thing. They're probably the best, but also so insecure. It's ridiculous. So anyway, that's how I knew when it was done, and it is done allegedly. So I'll go over here as well. According to Andre Hernan. Andre Hernan said Palmeiras and City's agreement for Vitor Reis reached last year is valued at between €30 million and 35. It gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So €30 million would be £25 million. So, yeah, exactly. John nailed it. It's not good enough for Madrid to be the best. They want them to be the only ones with any joy. Just football, man. Let people enjoy things. But anyway, that's getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Does he come immediately? Absolutely, mate. He was always going to come immediately. It was always a negotiating tool. A couple of super chats. Thank you very much for the super chats. Where have they gone? Let me just sort out my editing a bit here because I lost you. Where have you gone? Where have you all gone? Oh, I messed it up a little bit. I'm just trying to realign the little box up so the comments fit in. Naz Riley with a super chat. Thank you so much, Naz. You're absolute superstar. Naz saying, a lot of people have been talking about how skinny Vitor is too skinny online, but hoisting at Bournemouth is bossing it right now in the league. Yo, absolutely, mate. I've got absolutely no worries about his physicality. On a previous stream, I got a picture of John Stones at 18 and Vitor Reis side by side. They're almost identical in physicality at the same age. It's fine. He's still got the shoulders for it. He'll grow into it. And as you said, Houston at Bournemouth is bossing it right now. Very astute point to notice, my friend. I'm not worried about it at all. Absolutely not. I think he's going to be fine. He will be small now, but he'll grow into his physique. And most importantly, he has that aggression. No amount of muscle can save you if you haven't got that dog in you. And he clearly has. I've watched him. This guy is a guy that loves defending, and he's 6'1". He's strong in terms of his movement, his physicality. He will get there. Do not worry about it at all. Naz, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, my man Juan Truong says, sorry if I butchered your name, says, hello, Stephen. Vitor Reis is the heir to Thiago Silva. He is that good. Real Madrid wanted him. The Premier League clubs too. They made up some rubbish. They did make up some rubbish. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, lads. I didn't hear him until about a week ago. I sat there and watched him clips of him, and sometimes you can just see a footballer. Kusanov looks really good, but he does look like he could probably have the odd Otamendi head fart in him. I watched this Vitor Reis guy, and I was like, oh my god, this guy has that I am better than you already, and I'm 18 years old feel to him. Like, you know, like people, I talked about it recently in another video. Do you know how Van Dijk defends sort of like that, as if to say, he stands like that sideways, like, come on, go for it, man. Try and run me. You can't. He hasn't got a bit of that about him where he just looks like he's never stressed. He looks like football is just something that he was born to do. That absolute ease and confidence that comes from knowing you know exactly what everyone's about to do, and it's really thrilling. It's really thrilling. He looks brilliant. He looks absolutely brilliant. It doesn't mean he's going to be a success, but there is something very exciting by this guy. Thank you so much for the super chat. There's another one as well here from Vasco Historia. Thank you so much. A Brazilian in the chat. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much, pal. Massively appreciate the super chats. Hugely appreciate it, by the way. They do keep the channel going. It says, I'm Brazilian, and that Vitor Reis kid is a ballet. In fact, I love that. Is a ballet. That's a baller. Ballet is actually... Oh, you meant baller. Ballet is even more poetic, because ballet to me is... Look, I'm going to be honest with you. One of my favourite films is Billy Elliot. I watched it recently. It's brilliant. I watched it as a kid. But ballet is... It's seen as this feminine thing, but it's artistry, it's power, it's grace, it's elegance, you know. And look, that actually suits him weirdly. Like, it's muscular, it's strong, it's elegant, but it's beautiful, you know. And he said, anyway, you didn't mean that. You said baller, but I'll put ballet into it. There's my poetic spin on it, Vasco. And he put, in fact, Palmeiras is a fucking juggernaut of Brazilian football, and their youth squad is wild. Absolutely, mate. I mean, obviously, City got Gabriel Jesus from there a long time ago, and you know. This is where we've got another potential superstar from. Thank you so much for the super chats. It is really, really here. Hey, it is Hayes apparently, so it's Vitor Hayes. I'm going to start saying that. I'll get it right. I'll try and get it right in time until people look at me like I'm an idiot. I don't really care. So the sort of context around this, by the way, I feel like we have to. You probably haven't seen the press conference quotes because you're probably not on Twitter like I am every fucking minute of every single day. But Guardiola talked a lot about the transfer stuff. I want people in the chat who moaned at Cheeky to say sorry. Promise me you'll say sorry right now. Say sorry to Cheeky because he deserves it. Guardiola has come out and said the club thought about doing a rebuild, but I said no, I don't want to make any signings. I want to rely on the team. I want to stay with them. Just Savio came, Gundam back. It was unexpected. I rely a lot with these guys. And I still can do it again with that guys. But after the injuries, well, maybe we should have done it. Guardiola's come out and said, actually, they were wrong. He was wrong. It was his idea. I'd heard that exact same rumour that Guardiola was pushing to crack on. Look, we've seen the rumours come out about Guardiola as well. He's unfortunately had some sort of, personal news as well over the past 24 hours. I do want, like, a lot. Sometimes stability, you want stability in life. I get that. And look, apparently, Liverpool fans were saying to me on Twitter as well that Klopp did a similar thing with his players a few years back, and that didn't work either. Managers have loyalty to players who've taken them far. I get that because that's it, So basically, I think Guardiola and people like Klopp, they all do it. They have loyalty to players and sometimes don't let go enough. Guardiola's pretty much admitted that he didn't let go and he should have let go. That's fine. It absolutely happens, Sometimes you lose, you get it wrong. But it's very obvious they've had the keys in the engine, been waiting just to turn it, get that ignition going for a long time now. Where's the cheeky apologies, by the way? I want the cheeky apologies in the chat because some of you are guilty. I know you are. I recognise some of those names. Some of you are. But anyway, they've had the keys in the ignition. They've just been waiting to press the clutch down, put it in first gear and get going. And Guardiola said, nope, hold on for the rebuild. And good on you, Iptris, for admitting it. I don't know if it was you at all, but, either way, it takes a lot to say sorry. But either way, it's happening now. Guardiola said, we knew at the beginning of the season that City's team will have 10 or 11 players over 30, but this is the same team over 30 years old that won 6 months ago, a Premier League final, 4th in a row, etc. I thought it was a little bit naive. Like, you can't just keep going, they're over 30. And they're over 30 last year with the one league. They'll be fine over 30 this year. The age catches up to you. Like, you can't run from age, can you? I thought that was a little bit funny. But either way, Guardiola, they've admitted it essentially. You can tell there's been a conversation between Pep, Cheeky, Soriano, Viana maybe, and they've gone, guys, I think we need to pull the plaster off here and crack on with it. And it's clearly happening. Guardiola said, the young players have to come in. Essentially, Guardiola foreshadowed this evening with the Kusanov and potential Marmoush news coming maybe in the next few days. And this, it's very obvious now with Kyle Walker going as well that they're going to kick on and they're going to sign a bunch of players. Guardiola also said sometimes it's important. What important is how they perform in the future. It doesn't matter if you're 24, 27, 18 or 19. For Varane, I'd say it's better younger because City can split the budget in future sales. It's much better. But as a manager, I want players who perform as quickly as possible. In modern football, in big clubs everywhere, they need to perform quick. People do not wait. What they want is tomorrow to try and win it to Brentford. This is reality. So I like this from Guardiola. He's saying, I want players who can come in and do something now. Bearing that in mind, I would be amazed if these players aren't compromises, if these players aren't players that they think got talent but also can come in and be useful now. They have to be. Guardiola's saying it right there. There will be some compromises, of course, from Guardiola's end and from Soriano's end, but I think City think these players can be useful, and I think that's ultimately the most important thing there. And Vitor Reis is going to do that as well. Jake with a super chat as well. Thank you so much, guys. He said, do we reckon we'll try and get a DM this window or just wait until the summer? If we do get one, who do you think it'll be? I don't know. I wish I could sit there, Jake. Maybe Zubimendi would be more tempted in the summer. I do think there's something in the potential Douglas Luiz loans towards the end of the window. I actually think City have mystery targets. Maybe Edison is, the target in the summer. Maybe they go for a name we've not thought of yet. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've got this solution, Jake. I'd love to know what you guys reckon. Yeah, I mean, the ones are Ricci, but I think he's just signed a contract. Edison Atalanta, I don't think they'd sell in January, so that's not going to happen. Could be that we go back for him in the summer. Douglas Luiz is linked, of course. Even Mendy might feel a bit more confident in the summer as well. I don't really know, my friend. I'd be interested to see what you guys reckon too. But I think we'll absolutely sign a DM. I don't know who it'll be. I'd take Douglas Luiz alone, by the way. I absolutely would do. I would do 100%. So Vitor Reis is going to be a Manchester City player by the looks of it. Balabir from Brighton would be wonderful. I think that guy's got a little bit of improvement to do in terms of the overall skill set to his game. But, you know, I would take him in a heartbeat because he's a physical monster. So there we go. Here we go. So the agreement is pretty cheap by the looks of it. You know, like it doesn't look like a big deal. I'll talk about Vitor Reis. Here we go. So this is the guy. He's just turned 19, by the way. So he's not 18 anymore. He turned 19 yesterday. Happy birthday yesterday for Vitor Reis. What a birthday he had yesterday, by the way. It's very obvious that this deal would have been done over the past 24 hours. Vitor Reis just signed a massive fat contract to come play for the Premier League champions in Pep Guardiola. Good time to be, too old. He's 19 already, man. He's past it. Bin him off. Should have signed him 2 days ago when he was 18. Centre back, height 1.86 metres, basically about 6'1", depending on how you do it. He plays centre back. He's played right back a little bit, but he's been playing centre back. He's played an awful lot of football this season for them. He's been a regular starter for one of the best teams in Brazil. I love the Brazilian league, not just because it's so much talent there. I love the Brazilian league because it's a real wonderful school for footballers. Like, young players just play in Brazil, but they play against senior pros who fuck the shit out of you. They really will. They'll absolutely kick the shit out of you, man. They fuck things up. Fuck the shit out of you. That doesn't sound bad, does it? That is a different sport entirely, man. I didn't definitely mean to say that. That's the Brazilian league. I'm spreading rumours that I can't prove about the Brazilian league there. They're aggressive is what I'm trying to say in that league. They are tough. There are veterans there who will kick you and kick you and kick you. And they're skillful, aggressive, assertive players who are either been around the block a billion years or who will, who have something to prove. Vitor Reis better than Steven. Absolutely, Neil. I'm enjoying it. What? Wait, I was leaving secondary school the year I was born, God, I'm old. When did I leave secondary school? Mate, I was dropped out of college at this point, mate, already. Bloody hell. I think secondary school left in 2002. Oh, Jesus Christ, mate. I was way past. I was working. Pretty sure I'm better than Steve. Come on, Nerlan, give me something. Who am I better than, Nerlan? Who am I better than then? Give me someone. I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited for it. I did journalism for a year, by the way, but I dropped out. I didn't like university. I'm a doer. I'm not a studier. I just like to crack on and do things. That's me. I'm better than Kyle Walker, maybe. Probably smarter than Kyle Walker. No offense, Kyle Walker. He's a better footballer. I'll give him that. He's probably a bit faster than me as well, Kyle Walker. But anyway, we're getting him now. He's coming in, and you get a very exciting footballer here. It's one of those things where this guy. Here we go. I was looking for this. There we go. I was looking for this article. Here it is. Who is Vitor Reis? I'll go through this little spiel on transfer market for you. So here we go. It says. I didn't actually get an honorary degree, but Nicola gave me. It said I helped with her degree, so she would like to give me a blessing in the chat. Reis is an 18-year-old defender currently playing for Brazil side part of PALMEIRAS. The club has produced some of the best talent. Endrick, Lewis Gilham to West Ham. Chelsea have got Esteemed coming in as well. Of course, Gabriel Jesus many years ago. The Sao Paulo native is contracted until 2028. Brazil's area manager of transfer market guy said Vitor Reis is the newest defensive talent coming from Brazil. Seems to be following the footsteps of Murillo and Baraldo after playing one of the big four clubs for Sao Paulo State and quickly emerging top talent. He's taller than both, but he's starting to be very physical. He's very good in the air, and he's shown great awareness for an 18-year-old. He's also very good on the ball, setting up the play from the back. Another good mental attribute he's already shown his decision-making. He knows where the spaces are. He knows when to move forward or when to make a tackle, something that's quite remarkable for a player so young. So all the things basically say, a Rolls Royce. I like it, mate. I like it. Nerlan, go on. You got to give me some credit now, Nerlan, at some point, mate. I like it dark. It's very clever. It's not even 40 million of drought. Some people say it's 30 million euros, which is like 25 million pounds. So I like it. All the things seem to say he's a really smart player. He's a really smart player. And that to me is always the most important thing. He will develop that physicality, clearly, you know. He's clearly got the physicality to his game. He's clearly got the potential to grow into it, you know, into his size and all that kind of stuff. And this is very exciting, man. It's very, very exciting. I am looking forward to seeing how this guy develops. The language barrier between Kusanov and Hayes is going to be interesting to see, absolutely. But you know, it is what it is. They'll learn. Football is a language that everyone can speak. You know, it looks like Kusanov, or Husanov apparently it's pronounced, no K, according to the Uzbeki fan who dropped a line. It's Husanov apparently, and it's Hayes. So 2H sounding. It's Vitor Reis and it's Abdelkader Husanov. So it's all the H sounds. So essentially, these two, it looks like one is the calm, elegant, like leggy, sort of immature type, and one is the aggressive warrior who's a bull in a china shop who wants to ramsack anything. And I sort of enjoy that combination. You know, they're very balanced by the looks of it. I expect we'll see. You know, them sort of ease their way into the team. I think Guardiola will probably use one or two out wide every now and then. Maybe he'll see a Kanji get a chance out wide when he's playing the centre. I'm not really sure. By the way, I've got 71,070 subscribers. I need 30 more to get to 71,100. If you could do that, that'd be really appreciated. Give the video a like as well while you're at it. 350 people watching, 89 likes. Get the likes up. It's happening, basically. Of course, you've got Echeverri to come in as well in February. I don't think Echeverri, by the way, is going to play much. I mean, he doesn't look ready to me, Echeverri. Like, for what I've seen of him, he looks like he's still very much in the I need a little bit of time to learn, you know, kind of stage. I might be wrong there, but having around the squad will be fun. We will see. How is that pronounced, Celtic? Robin Koch. It could be pronounced a very different way. I'm not going down that route. I can't even be arsed saying it out loud, Celtic. Too chaotic for me right now. Echeverri and Hayes were captains of the Under-18 World Cup in 23. Oh, nice. That's interesting to know. Well, there we go. We got two captains. We've got the Under-18 Brazilian, Under-18 Argentinian captain for the World Cup of 23 coming to Manchester City. There we go. There we go. It's all very, very, very exciting. You know, all these wonderful players coming in. Like, I think City are doing the right thing when they get these young players in. They get them early. They sort of indoctrinate them in the Manchester City way. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What was your opinion on the Pep situation? Oh, it's none of my business, to be honest, mate. It looks like Guardiola's just moved on. You know, it's not. There's nothing scandalous there. It's just an adult doing adult things. You know, I know I talked about the Kyle Walker situation. It's very different. It's very different. You know, clearly hugely different than the Kyle Walker situation, which is people break up all the time. I'm not going to judge anyone for breaking up. You know. And I know I was quite passionate with my opinions on the Kyle Walker thing, but that was different, man. That was clearly different, clearly vastly different. It's on another level different, and I think that's where, you know, I felt quite strongly about it. But this is different. Like, this is just two adults whose kids are now adults as well. You spent years, you know, they're just moving on with their lives. It's none of my business. I know you could call me hypocrite if you want to, but I think it's different here. I think it's different. So yeah, lots going on, basically. Lots going on, and this is, to me, is exciting. We do need midfielders. I'm sure the midfielders will be targeted. I don't think this is the end, by the way. I think Kusanov, Marmoush, and Vitor Reis will be done inside the next week, and I do think after that they'll be looking for someone else, maybe a right back if Kyle Walker goes, maybe a midfielder. It's all very exciting. It's the mad season, this, isn't it? It's the mad season. City going, you know, 3 months with barely winning a game. Our captain leaving in the middle of the season. Rodri losing his legs. All the old players dropping off a cliff. Guardiola scratching his face off. Guardiola's personal issues. Kyle Walker going, signing a bunch of random players that we never heard of in January. Hugo Viana starting work early. A photo of him caught in the street in Manchester with cheeky Bregenstein. Look, it's gone a bit wild this season. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm sort of enjoying it. You know, I think it's one of those things where we've had it so smooth and so wonderful for such a long time that why not just enjoy the chaos of this? Why not just enjoy the fact that football has been so wonderful for such a long time? But now we're sort of, you know, we are in the gutter a little bit. We are thrashing around. But the thing is, why I feel confident about this is because I think Manchester City reek of competency, like they do. If I was a United fan, I'd be probably a little bit more frustrated or insecure. But the fact of the matter is, Manchester City have got a Guardiola now. And look, I'm making maybe a sort of inappropriate point here, but I'm going to say it anyway. Look, Guardiola's had, it's all come out about personal issues today, with his family and stuff like that. He's had a tough time personally, but he's probably got nothing much more to focus on right now than his job. He probably feels very much like, I want to crack on. He's in Manchester for another 2 years, and his thoughts are going to be entirely about fixing this Manchester City side. So you've got the best manager in the world, who's had a bit of a personal setback, but now intensely focused on fixing a mistake that he just admitted in a press conference tonight. He admitted that he said no to a rebuild, and actually that he might have been wrong. So you've got Guardiola, who's intensely motivated. You've got a board who has the money to spend, a highly competent board as well, who have a track record of signing really good players. 1 or 2 mistakes here and there, but I guess the point I'm making is we're at Man United, who are thrashing around to try and find a good idea, and they slap themselves in the face all the time. City know what they're doing. We have a very, very well-run football club because we have some of the best in the world to do it. So essentially, I'm relaxed because I believe they'll get it right. I do believe they'll sign some good players. There could be 1 or 2 missteps here and there. They could do. But I am not really worried because I think the intensity will be there. I think the young squad is good. I saw that. I think the young squad idea is good. I think they'll get a couple of years of Guardiola. I think by the time Guardiola leaves, these young players will be early 20s, and I think they'll be elite level footballers. And I think they'll be brilliant. So, and I'm very excited for it. Yeah, there were rumours that it was even cheaper than what Fabrizio has said. That was around 30 million euros, which is probably, 25 million quid. Vitor Reis wanted to come. I'm really excited by this. Look, Marmoush is objectively the right answer in terms of exciting signings, but something tells me that this kid, we're going to look at him and go, this guy's bloody brilliant. I jokingly tweeted on the first night that we were linked to him. I watched the compilation and I jokingly tweeted, I've watched one comp now. I think he might be the greatest centre-back to ever play the game. I wasn't being serious, but I said he was. He won't be the greatest centre-back to ever play the game. But I looked at him and I was like, he looks like he could be one of the people that people talk about in the future going, he was a genius. He has a look of him of someone who could just be special, like a legend. And that is very exciting. And sometimes you can see that at 18 years old, Look, there's a long way to go, and I'm probably getting ahead of myself. But I've watched a lot of compilations of videos, and you see very good players, you see excellent players, and sometimes you look at a player and go, wow, they look special. And he's in that category for me. He looks special. So we'll see how it goes. The fact that, Real Madrid wanted him, and the fact that Real Madrid have done a pissy fit, by the way. Like, once again, I'll go back to this tweet from Real Madrid. This, to me, is very telling. Once again, that Real Madrid have put out via their mouthpieces that actually he's not really good and we never wanted him anyway. Shut up. And the fact that they've done that, to me, says that they feel like they've missed out on something there. In the way that they did with Erling Haaland when they started moaning about it. They put it out because they know that they've lost someone pretty specially. Why would you say it otherwise? It's Real Madrid being Real Madrid, the little bitches. But it's one of those things where I'm very excited for it. I'm also excited to go to bed, guys. So I'm going to have to leave it here in a minute. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. My match preview will be up tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. My mother is around in the morning to look after Ruben while Nicole's at work, so I can do some videos. So I'll do a video in the morning. Probably around 10ish. I reckon it'll be around about 10 a.m. I'll be live tomorrow morning for my Brentford preview. And of course, I'll be live on bigup.com/Esteemed Kompany tomorrow for all the watch along stuff. And I've got no doubt whatsoever that Man City are going to piss on our parade and we're going to get battered by Brentford. I'm a bit nervous about spend all the money on a nappy, yeah. Exactly, Timmy. No, I'm a bit nervous about Brentford tomorrow. Like, Brentford are one of the one teams I don't want to play. I think they're going to give us a tough time, unfortunately. A torrid time, because Brentford are physical. We're not, and I'm not. And guys, going to leave it there. I'm knackered. Looks like we've got another superstar. This is very exciting. Super wonder kid even, not superstar. And I like a wonder kid. A Brazilian wonder kid? Come on, man. In a bit. Bye-bye.